It happened in a heartbeat. One moment, Elise and Nicholas Sherry were splashing around in the water. The next, they were being pulled out to sea in a powerful rip. Somehow the kids made it back to shore, but their parents died trying to save them. The Sherrys simply didn't realise how dangerous the ocean can be, nor did they have the knowledge or the skills to keep themselves safe. Rips are the unseen killers on our beaches. But as Karl Stefanovic reports, there's a science to surviving rips. You just need to know the formula.
South Ballina Beach is a remote stretch of white sand hidden away in a national park in northern New South Wales. The perfect, secluded paradise for a family summer holiday.
We thought, great, let's get in the water. It looked fine from where we could see it.
But what Elise and Nick Sherry couldn't see on that day last January was a deadly rip just offshore.
Mum said before I got in the water, the first thing she told me was, Elise, be careful. I said, Mum, don't worry, it's fine. I laughed it off and just, ran in the water with Nick.
The children were in trouble immediately. Their parents, Carol and Joe, made a frantic bid to save them. But within 15 minutes, both Mum and Dad lay dead on the beach.
It felt as though it was like a dream. Like I didn't know what was really happening until I saw that. And then I thought, this isn't good.
It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Tragedies like the Sherrys are all too common in our land of beaches.
Can't drown him like that.
82 people drowned last year. It's thought more than half died in rips. Even on heavily patrolled urban beaches like Bondi, many swimmers remain oblivious to rips and their dangers.
Do you reckon these people have any idea how close they are to getting in a rip, to getting themselves in trouble?
No, these people, this is the problem we have. They don't realise how close they are to danger. Yeah, I've got no idea why people just don't sort of listen to us or understand. I mean, a few do, but a lot don't. They just think they can handle the conditions.
Near drownings are so common here, Bruce Hopkins and his mates have filmed 5 series of the TV program Bondi Rescue.
Attention all these swimmers, you're making it very difficult for us today. You need to move further up, otherwise one of you are going to drown.
Hoppo took me out through an infamous rip in the middle of Bondi.
That rip in itself has its own reputation, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you've got the famous backpackers rip that we nicknamed it down here because all the backpackers get caught in that rip. Even when we're doing rescues and we're pulling people in, we clear the water and then about 10 minutes later there's people walking back in again.
So next time when you're swimming, you have to swim between the red and yellow flag. Guys, you're swimming right in a rip. You need to move up there on the sandbank for me.
To untrained eyes, rips are hard to pick.
All right, we'll go to it.
Okay.
So we're using a bright purple dye to show where the danger lies. Dr. Rob Brander, a surf scientist from the University of New South Wales, has been studying this for so long, he's known as Dr. Rip.
Jeez, look at that go.
Oh, it's amazing. It takes a while to speed up, but once it turns that corner and gets in that narrow, what we call a rip neck, that's when it really accelerates. It gets squeezed and off it goes.
Rips occur because all that water washing into shore has to go somewhere.
Well, this is what happens. The waves bring the water in, the rip takes it back out, and it's part of what we call a circulation cell that will go around and around all day long. Most of the time, it goes in nice big circles.
Last January, the Sherry family entered a rip running so strongly, the neighbouring patrolled beach had been closed.
Joe Sherry was a chef and his wife Carol a school teacher. And like so many other Australians in this beach-mad country of ours, they had no idea about rips, and they had no alert either. There were no signs warning them not to swim here, and about how treacherous the conditions really can be.
The current was strong, it was pulling us, and I noticed Nicholas being pulled away a bit.
But I just thought, I can't touch the ground, and if I stop swimming, it's just going to get worse, so I kept on going.
And I said, Nick, move over. And just when he didn't respond, I thought, okay, hang on, something's wrong here.
It was late afternoon when 14-year-old Elise and her 9-year-old brother Nicholas entered the water. Expert evidence to the coroner showed the rip was pulling out from the shore for 100 metres. Older sister Monique, who's severely autistic, was back on the beach with Mum and Dad.
And then just out of nowhere, I just saw Dad swimming. And all he was saying was, you know, keep swimming, it's going to be fine. And he was holding on to Nicholas, trying to keep him up above the water. Then we just seemed to get all separated. And out of all people, I thought he would have been okay, because he was the strong one.
But the rip was stronger. 9 months after the tragedy, now living with their grandmother Sylvia, the children are still trying to piece it all together.
Did you see Mum get in the water?
Yeah.
So you saw Mum get in the water?
Well, me and Mum, we were swimming together, and she sort of motivated me actually to go to her because she was coming, come on. That's why I probably came out. She just motivated me to come. And then, bang, another wave just came and we got separated.
You saw her after that?
No.
Somehow, Elise and Nick got back to shore and called for help.
Go up there and get help.
But by the time their parents were dragged from the water, there was no hope.
It's changed our lives completely, you know, but just I thank God that we've got our Nana, that she, you know, she's here for us to always help us, you know.
And it all happened in just a few minutes on a beach.
Beach can be so dangerous, and many people don't know the danger of it. It's just unbelievable.
The problem is, if you're on a beach and there's no one around, you're in big trouble.
Scientist Rob Brander believes such tragedies could be avoided if swimmers knew how to spot rips and what to do if you're caught in one.
It's interesting, the swirling motion of it all. From one end of the beach to the other, all these little circular motions are the rips. When you're on the beach, you can't spot that as well as you can from the air like that.
It always helps to look down at the beach. I mean, obviously you can't look down from a helicopter, but if you can go to the parking lot or the headland, you'll be able to spot the channels just a little bit better. So we put the dye in there, it's gone all the way out, now it's coming right back in. So if you had done nothing but stay afloat, you'd have had a little ride, but you would eventually ended up standing up on a sandbar if you could have kept your wits about you and just remained calm.
If you can remain calm.
If you can remain calm.
We're just going to go in the rip though.
Yeah, right in the middle of it.
And
right
float
now.
with it.
Yep.
Easier said than done.
Once your feet leave the bottom, then you're totally at the mercy of the current.
Now we're the guinea pigs, straight into a Bondi rip, and within 2 minutes, it's pulled us 200 metres out.
I can feel that starting to pull us out now.
And you'll just go wherever the rip takes you.
So you just keep drifting, wave after wave. Look at the beach, and suddenly you've moved 200 or 300 metres, and you're a long way out. That's when the panic sets in, and that's the worst thing that can happen.
But sure enough, Rob's theory about how most rips behave was spot on.
But eventually they'll come around in circles and you'll end up standing up in a sandbar. In this case, we are.
It's good timing. Let's get a ride in anyway.
Yep.
But only a small percentage of our vast coastline is patrolled like Bondi. The worst calamity in a rip was on Gunnamatta Beach in Victoria when 4 children from one family drowned. 12 years on, Mary Wilson is still racked with grief and anger.
We're famous throughout the world for our beaches. Why aren't there signs and why isn't there education so that you can be safe on our beaches? I don't understand it. And it's still not happening. 12 years later, no matter how many times we talk to people, no matter how many times we go through this, it's still not happening.
You had your hands full in the car park, getting the kids out?
Oh yeah, there was 11 of us, 11 kids all up.
Mary and her sister had brought their children to a beach they'd been told was patrolled.
You just went straight in as kids do?
Yeah, as kids do. I mean, we ran up the hill, over the sand dunes and just bolted for the water.
Mary's daughter, Emma, and the rest of the kids raced into the surf. 4 of them didn't come out alive.
We were all on the sandbar together and you could see everybody. And then as soon as the wave came, we were all separated.
They were in a fierce rip, heading out to sea. Emma lost her 2 cousins, Catherine, 17, and Belinda, 15, who were never found. Her brother Ben, aged 12, and her little sister Molly, just 4 years old. Emma nearly drowned herself, clinging on to Molly's lifeless body until help arrived.
To me, it was natural to hold on to my sister, and she was my baby sister. It's a scene that goes over in my head often. I can remember when I got picked up in the boat and was hanging on to Molly, and the lifeguards trying to take her off me. And I told them that she had died.
If you're in the water and you're caught in a rip, what do you do?
Well, if you're caught in a rip, you've got options. One option is to relax, stay calm, don't panic, signal for help, and if you do that and there's lifeguards or lifesavers around, you will be saved. The other option is if you're a good, confident swimmer, it is possible to swim out of the rip by swimming towards the side, along the beach, swim parallel, whatever you like. But that's only if you're a good, confident swimmer. And again, it all comes back to, well, the logical thing is don't get in the rip in the first place.
Elise and Nick Sherry say their family hardly ever went to the beach and they had no idea of the dangers.
She's too strong.
No, we didn't have any idea about, what they can do because, we were from the western suburbs and coming out there was just, for a bit of fun, and we had no idea of the consequences of how severe they can be.
The coroner in the case made a recommendation. Bravery awards to Joe and Karl Sherry for giving their lives to save their children.
They were both remarkable people. Mum was always someone that she got along with everyone. She always had a big, bright glow on her face. And she had this soft and gentle way of talking to you that if anything happened, you felt warm and comfortable around her. And, and Dad, he was...
Cool, lad.
Yes, Nick. He was a remarkable person like my mum. But together they were brilliant.
Hello, I'm Tara Brown. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.